Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. So, we're going to continue this episode off with Priestess Gut. I'm kind of 2 hours ahead in terms of the gameplay. Let me explain really quick. So to encapsulate, I recorded this episode 2 days ago. I did everything. I recorded it, and today, which is 2 days later for past recording, I was gonna edit it. I neglected the fact that there was no audio to the game. So we're gonna replay this. Reactions won't be as authentic as they were in terms of oh my god, but you know what? Let's have fun. Without further ado, let's continue from Priestess Gut and ignored everything I did. I don't think so. Time to die.
The Absolute will protect me. You don't stand a chance.
You already know.
The priestess is slain, and the horde is weaker for it.
Yup.
I should speak up.
You not supposed to be here. Leave.
Nah.
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
Honestly, I know nothing happens, so yeah, okay.
This goes very far down. We'll have to go in to see the bottom.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, this ladder leads us to the Selune Temple. Woo. I'm sorry. It leads us to the Selune Temple from the Underdark. Hey, Karlak.
There you are. Glad you're all right. What happened in there?
You know, the usual. Same big strange
Sounds
mess.
about right. Well, you look like you're in one piece. Though just as tadpoley as ever. The search continues.
Yes, unfortunately.
There are enough absolutists in this place to fill a reserve trench. One of them must have something interesting to say, right?
100%.
Let's find out.
I agree with you.
Watch your step down by the pens. Woggy's been getting fat on your kind lately. What are
Okay.
they delaying for? Can't we just swarm the...
Seen this mess? Flaming Fist Thuggo took a chunk out me arm last raid out.
I mean, why don't you... blah, blah, blah. You're lucky to be alive. The Baldurian militia are fierce warriors.
Fiercest thing about 'em was the wailing, till we put an end to it.
Uh-huh.
Ain't none can stand against us now. Not with the Absolute in our corner.
Oh, I'm sure. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Steal something. Or write the bollocks, will ya? I'm itching to throw someone in the brig. It'll be fun. I promise.
Sure. Let's go over here. Let's talk to these two kids. I don't know if they're kids, but you know.
Here to see the bear? Just follow the noise. Wargs have been going crazy for it. Just hope these scraps will satisfy the bunch when they're in this state.
Okay. What about you? Hey, I want to talk to you.
Hands off. This one's for the pups.
Okie dokie. Let's talk to the puppies. Oh wait, no, we can't talk to the puppies. Let's talk to the warrior plague.
Either cause some trouble or bugger off. Ain't got time for boring.
Okay, well, sorry, I thought you were new, even though I thought your name was Pig.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, Three.
Stop them. Free me.
I will, Bear.
Again! Again!
Make it squeal again.
The hells are you doing?
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises.
We made it squeal.
Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
How about a taste of your own medicine?
Time for blood.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Yeah, I want to have everyone highlighted for when I frick them up. Yeah, da bitch. Come on. Die, girl. Okay. Let's go talk with him.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. Not only do you speak with a bear, but you free it too? A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin.
Hi, Halsin. Glad I could be of help. Or no, let's go with the original ones we did. You're Halsin, the Master Halsin of the Emerald Grove?
Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide.
I did say, I think I said number 3 or number 2, but let's go with number 1 first.
I must admit, I didn't expect anyone would come to my aid. Who in their right mind would infiltrate a goblin-infested temple? Unless... that look in your eyes. I've seen it before. Are you feeling all right?
It's love. It's love, my son. Or daddy.
Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you?
Different
The Mind
paths
Flayer's
in
spawn.
conclusion. For the dialogue.
But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I'm a good boy. I don't know. I did this one. I escaped from an Enlithid ship after being infected. Maybe the process wasn't interrupted.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. It's no coincidence that you found me here, I'll wager. You're after a cure for this parasite. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help.
Oh?
I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles. But I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure.
This magic isn't typical of how mind flayers procreate?
No, this is different. Altered. The magic used is beyond me. It's either not of this world or so ancient as to be lost to even nature's memory.
So tell me what you've learned about the tadpole's origins. Or no, you learned all this from your studies.
Indeed. After we dealt with the drow that ambushed us, Nettie and I were able to inspect the corpse. And the creature that slithered out of it. I had no idea anyone beyond their ranks was infected. You have my sincere sympathies.
Hey, the magic you mentioned, it isn't normal for these parasites?
No, this is...
And it was the same dialogue
different.
again.
Altered. The magic used is beyond me. It's either not of this world or so ancient as to be lost to even nature's memory.
Okay. What should I do?
I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
You seem to know... Hold on. You seem to know a lot about this. Will you come with me to Moonrise?
I wish I could, but there's still work I've yet to finish. Blood I've yet to spill. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
Alright, how do I help?
My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the Drow Minthara, the Hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself.
I'll deal with this. You get to safety.
There is no safety. Not while this rot festers. Once it is cut out, once the grove is secure, then I shall leave.
Alright, wait here until it's done.
May Sylvanas guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
Okay, let's talk to him again, because we did that last time.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger. Thanks to them.
Okay. Tell me what you know about Moonrise Towers.
Traveling to Moonrise is no small task. Expect dangers like you've never seen before.
I'm somewhat of an expert, something of an expert when it comes to imperiling myself.
This is different. There's more fingers on a hand than there are survivors of that place.
What's so dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Sounds like I have no choice. I need to find a way through... Or, what do you suggest?
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in this very temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers, through the Underdark.
And then there was
Long
that guy.
ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a
We
secret
recognize that name.
stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers, and may bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
I found the hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. The way is clear.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin.
I'd never thought I'd say this, but it sounds like the Underdark is the safer route.
Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse.
What business do you have in Moonrise? You say you'd go there if you could.
My business there began long ago, and has led to a lifetime of regret. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thormund as Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet.
Okay.
If I could join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I could have both helped you find a cure for your infection and lifted the curse.
Mm-hmm.
But the Grove must come first, I'm afraid.
Of course. Yeah, that's fine. Is that why you went with Aradin? You thought he might uncover this route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
How do I find this passage through the Underdark?
You'll need to pick up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in these ruins, from what I've heard.
I may live to regret this, or maybe I won't, but fine. I'll help you save the Grove first. I absolutely will.
You will. Oakfather bless you. I'll be in your debt twice over if we succeed. You know what's needed. The deaths of Dror Ragzlin, the Drow Minthara, and the Priestess Gut. May nature guide you.
Namaste, brother.
I could come and help you, but be warned. I won't be able to suppress my animal side. Subtlety will not be an option.
Oh, you're staying here. No. Stay here. Stay here.
May Sylvanas guide your hand. Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
Mm-hmm.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise McGloviet.
Praise McLovin.
McGloviet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as gunless as the rest of them.
Pray to whoever you want. It's a free world. Or, yeah.
Oh, that's rich. A free world?
That's a new dialogue choice.
I'm locked up like a bloody elf. I'll tell you why. Because I'm loyal to McGloviet. Because I ain't having my head turned by some upstart god.
Bro's in Love Island where he's having his head turned. I assume you mean the Absolute?
Yeah. My old tribe's fallen for this shite. Traitorous bastards. The great Absolute brings us together. Drow and gnolls and goblins all braiding one another's hair.
I mean,
it's a load of shite.
Why are you the only one that's unaffected? You don't like your people mixing with outsiders?
Talking to you, ain't I? I just don't believe in all this togetherness and chumminess. Ain't natural. It won't last. They'll be tearing into each other soon enough.
I believe you.
Sodom all. I'll wait it out in air, praying to a real god.
Okay. Talk to these guys over here. Kagran.
Shh. Let's hope this gives us some answers.
Narvas.
Silence. You'll interrupt the ritual.
Okay.
Shugan al Shukok, Otasho Kek Doors. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute.
By Vlaakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Shugan al Shukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue, and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon, and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't a true soul devil.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
Scroll incense. Do you mean to... One sec. Scroll incense? Do you mean to talk to this with this corpse?
Damn right. I'm gonna make this carcass talk.
Okay.
Absolute says the dead Squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries.
I carry.
The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Her suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
I know this magic. Hand me the scroll and I can do the talking.
Then take it. Absolute knows I'm not getting anywhere.
You read aloud the words on the scroll. The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Ragzlin scowls, shocked by a question you shouldn't have asked, and a jolt shoots through you. The creature speaks in visions. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
I saw it too. Get on the hunt.
You glitched?
They know something.
Why were the Gith chasing the ship?
You see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine. The darkness spreads through the earth. The sky splits open and nautiloids pour out of a void that consumes the stars.
What in the...
Suspicion floods Ragzlin's mind. Your brain howls as you consider your final question.
Who killed you? Or... who killed you?
Another vision consumes you. A memory, seen through the creature's soul-dead eyes. You see a clawed hand open a holding pod. Devoid of flesh, only darkness.
Oh, come on!
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
Okay.
No! We're not done!
Irritation eclipses his suspicions, and Ragzlin's mind rests.
Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers.
Calamari
no killer,
for dinner.
No damned weapon. That damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her.
Consider it done.
Praise the Absolute.
Okie
No
dokie.
prizes for guessing what this weapon they're after really is. The artifact.
If that's the case, we've got more problems than just...
I wouldn't dawdle if I were you. I doubt true soul Minthara has much patience left.
Okay, and then we'll talk to this guy.
That was intense. I wouldn't want to bump into that thing while it was still alive.
No, you probably wouldn't. But goblins wouldn't give you no pause?
Someone needs to keep an eye on these buggers. I don't make a habit of questioning the Absolute. Now quiet.
Okay. Let's talk to Volo.
Ah, my good fellow.
Hello.
Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
Thank you. What do you know about mind flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see
Sure.
up close.
A replica. I fought one of them.
Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible.
Not only have I encountered a mind flayer, I've killed one.
That can't be.
I was captured by mind flayers before. Actually no. I killed a mind flayer in its lair, aboard an autoloid.
You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter?
Malaise is one word for it. More like psychic transference.
Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers unless
you've been infected with one of those parasites.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Ridiculous. Isn't it?
Examine me. Find out for yourself.
Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
God, I love my Tav. He looks so cool. I wish I could clean the blood off him, though. But it's kind of cute.
If I just tear in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
Hi. Quit the shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can.
Can you? Okay.
I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Bet up. Thank you.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Give Gale a magic artifact. Give him the needle. The needle. Speedy reply, yes. Donate.
Thank you.
And this is gonna take forever. Who said that? Who said that?
Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Go on, you're among friends.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
Are you telling me you made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Okay. How exactly did you try to cross those boundaries?
I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
Ah, the entire thing. I'm intrigued. Tell me all.
Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
And what was the answer to that question?
The answer was to try. And the outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
How are you still alive?
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however.
Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Is there nothing we can do?
We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not.
Fair.
All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Unfortunately, you're stuck with me, bud. We've come this far together and we'll continue on together. That's how it'll be.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice. But if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
Sounds good. I doubt there is anything to say, but it would be nice if there was something. Oh, blue and green are 2 different colors.
Sir Gale's been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in his chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
To think, Gale's had this devastating war within himself the entire time, and only just mentioned it.
I'll be fine.
Who'd keep a secret like that from his friends? You can't trust anyone these days.
What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise Towers?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours.
Hopefully not.
But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do our long rest. Yeah. Oop. Oopsies.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Wipe the sweat from your brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil gate vlaketh mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick
Don't worry,
with
Goblin
my
Camp.
blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Okay, listen here. Let's do a lifted wit. No, let's do... We're just exhausted. Lower the blade before you do something foolish.
I cannot trust my own mind, so it seems I must trust yours. I will wait, but know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
Bet up. Our guardian! Ah! Yeah, when all this happened, I had a lot more surprises. So I was like, but yeah. Yes, it's her. I know your blah, blah, blah. I know your voice. I've heard it before. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty.
Yes, you have. I saved you before.
Whoop. When we were falling.
And I'm here to save you again.
Thank you.
Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
Take the hand offered to you, of course. It's so beautiful.
We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the skull. Has like a force field or fragments on it. That's weird.
A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential.
Why?
I have to
whoa,
go.
whoa, whoa. Wow.
The enemy is closing in. I will be back.
It was nice seeing you.
Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
I'm sure I will. Besides, nobody woke up from that. Alrighty. Let's talk to Gale first.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me...
Oh, Scratch.
She was watching over me. Protecting me. And that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
I had a same dream, a similar visitor with a similar message.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
The smartest thing to do is be cautious of them for now. Let's see. Such an apparition has its own motives, whatever it told us.
Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit.
That's what I'm thinking. I do trust them. It's just for the sake of dialogue. I never realized it was so easy to cast magic.
I assure you it's not. Don't get me wrong. You did well. The somatic component, the verbal component, even the focus on the inner self that invites Mystra in. But I was still your conduit. To perform such a feat alone requires much and arduous study. Yet it is life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not humble opinion.
I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel. And with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
In that moment of time, all magic was gone?
For a spell. Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Mm-hmm. If you ever feel the Netherese magic overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark.
People
I
are
will
still in
await
the
that
Underdark.
death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Okay. Okay.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is Geich deception.
You're right, we should ignore this dream figure at all costs. I don't agree with that. I do trust the dream figure, it's just to make her happy.
A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
Okay. Let's go.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
Mm-hmm. I had a similar dream, a side effect of the tadpole.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
Well, knowing what you say later, I would say... 2. Number 2.
Yeah. Right. I hope so, anyway.
Because she wasn't happy with the dream. Okay. Mr. Astarion. I miss your company very much.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
Of course, I did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
We should take every advantage we can get. Let's explore these powers and see where they take us.
Exactly. Waste not, want not. Even when it comes to mind flayer parasites. Now, was there anything else?
Nah. Nah. Let's talk to Mr. Will.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by elithid worms.
Number 2, we should have as little to do with these tadpoles as we can.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
I think it is, but, you know, it's fine. Alright, third last person, or third last being, I should say. Shadowheart.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
I'll be honest with her. Happened to you too as well?
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess. In the waking world or otherwise.
Oh, okay, cool. No, nothing else. Okay, cool. Let's do the scratch thing. Scratch.
The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
Hand that over.
All right. It's only fair that you enjoy it too. But if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Alrighty. Where is it? Throw. Over there. I had a lot of fun doing this in the last recording, so. Yeah. Alright, let's talk to Volo. He is the last piece in this puzzle.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Of course. Has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
This parasite is unusual. I have it on good authority that extraction is currently impossible.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
I'm just gonna summarize what happens. He gives us a lobotomy, quote unquote, and then gives us an eye. It was really funny though when he first did it, but in the other save I just said leave because he left the camp after, and I was like, why do you? He was probably felt bad about, you know, taking out our eye. So I'm just want to keep him at camp. So he's gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here where he belongs. I'm telling y'all already.
You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
I won't. Don't worry. I think that leaves this recording off where it should. We caught up with everything. We caught up with the old save. And now I can start editing this. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this installment, I'm glad. We will continue soon enough. Till then, bye-bye.